How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make coins in NHL 19 Hockey Ultimate Team. I made around 500k in just over a month, and honestly it could have been even more than that had I not opened up so many packs. Speaking of which, a lot of people are probably wondering like how much should I spend on the game? Did buying packs help me get that 500k? So, the start of the game I spent $100 on packs. Best pull was a Tyler Seguin, and I sold him for 35k. Everything else was pretty much quick sell. Since then, I've spent well over 35k coins on packs, and have not seen the return. So definitely, you can do this without spending a single dime. Now, like I was saying, my first tip to you is not to buy packs. I would have so many more coins had I not bought any packs with coins. And this year, it's easier than ever to show you guys why that is. So, look at the Gold Plus pack here. Press Y to view pack probabilities. As you can see there, 37% chance of an 83 plus player. Now, you need at least an 83 plus player to make back the 35k investment. There is a chance you could get like a guy under 83 that's an Evo. There's a 1% chance of that, so we'll just pretend like that's not included here. So 37% chance to get an 83 plus. Even if you get an 83, you're still not making 35k. 84 also probably not. You want like an 85 plus. So really, to get an 85 plus, if I'm estimating if 83 is 37%, let's say an 85 plus is like even 20%. That basically means 80% of the time when you buy a pack, you are losing coins. Even if you're only losing 5k, it still would have been cheaper for you to go buy that 85 McKinnon on the market for 30k. So if you're trying to make coins, don't waste your coins on packs. It just does not make sense. Now, kind of going with that, it also doesn't make sense to do the player sets. I know you always see on Twitter, like, do your sets. Those are definitely guys, though, that have a lot of coins or are spending a lot of money on the game. If you're a free-to-play player and you're just trying to grind up coins to buy McDavid, buy Crosby, whoever it is, it honestly doesn't make sense. So, gold common to gold rare here. You can see it takes 5 gold common to make a gold rare. Gold commons right now, I think, go for around 1,500. So if you just do the math there, you're spending 7,500 coins to make a random gold rare player. Now, they could be a Sidney Crosby, a Connor McDavid, and that's really awesome, and you have them on your team. More often than not, though, they're just a random gold rare who would sell for the cheapest gold rare on the market, which is like 4k coins. Again, so looking through here, unfortunately, I'm going to have to like put a buy now because these guys are priced up all over the place, but like I was saying, I think right now they're going for around 1,500. Jocelyn here, 1,600. So definitely if you have gold commons, it just makes more sense to sell them individually than take a risk here and trying to get that McDavid or Crosby from the set. Because even if you do luck out, obviously you can never get the coins for them. It's just using them on your team, and maybe eventually they're actually not even good enough to be on your team, at which case they're not good for anything. So definitely just sell your gold commons. Same goes for the gold rare rerolled. Rather than trade in 2 gold rares they could sell and get one that you can't sell, that could honestly be the same or even worse than those two, it's better to sell them. Now, the silver rares, this one's actually a very, very good set if you're trying to make coins. Reason being, people need the gold commons for the gold rare set, and silver rares are the most common card in the game by far. Honestly, I think there's like probably half the player market silver rares, and the other half is everything else. So usually I can get silver rares. There's a bid of 300 on that one, so I don't know. Maybe they're gone up in price. No, they haven't. So yeah, 59 available for 250 or less. So 250 times 5, what is that? That's 1250. We could probably even get one for 200. Yeah, there's 17 available here for 200. So you buy 5 of those for 200 each. That's 1,000 coins in. You get the gold common player. The gold common from the set is actually tradable. The gold rare is the only one that's untradeable. Sold on the market for 1,500 coins. You're actually the cheapest on the market right now. Easiest 500 coins of your life. So obviously, you can only do this once every 8 hours or whatever it is. But when you're starting out, any coins you can make, obviously, is beneficial to you. So I definitely recommend that. Silver commons is not worth it. The silver rares are honestly worth less than silver commons. Same goes for bronze. Bronze are worth more than the silver just because they're more rare. Now, speaking of the sets, one set that's actually very, very good to do, and you're going to make money, is the gold collectible set. And the reason being is because of the 24-hour cooldown. So even after I share this with the world, it's still going to work, as there's going to be people that want more than one gold collectible in a 24-hour span. And if that's the case, they have to buy it on the market, right? So they can go do the set. If they want more, they have to go to the market. Basically, what you guys are going to do, you're going to go buy 5 gold rare players. Usually, gold rares are about 4,000. Sometimes like they're a little bit more, sometimes they're a little bit less. It fluctuates. 11 on the market there for around 4k. Times by 5, that's 20k. Once you do that, you get your gold collectible. Gold collectibles right now are selling for 23 to 24,000. Usually, at least before, they were selling for 25. Even if all you get is 23, that's 3k profit. Hopefully, I think right now you could get 24. Easy 4k profit. I know you can only do it once a day, but still, 4k a day times 7, that's 28k a week, and it's so easy to do. And like I was saying, it's still going to work even after I share this video, as people are still going to be like needing to buy collectibles, and because of that cooldown, it basically means this method is always successful. And the next thing I want to touch on, guys, is the timing of when you buy and sell. Now, a big thing for this is actually hut champs and competitive seasons. Both of these, believe it or not, affect the market greatly. Reason being is all the rewards you get from playing. Basically, when everyone gets those rewards, it just creates a huge like influx of cards on the market. And usually the top players already have a good team. So like an 85 McKinnon for them, I know I'm using him a lot, might not even make their team. They don't really care about him. Throw on the market for cheap. And because of that, yours that was cheap is now the second cheapest. And there's a bunch of people doing that because there's just so many rewards out there getting claimed. So let's take a look right now at Hut Champ Season 4. You can see it actually has the rewards going out here in 7 hours. So 7 hours from now, there's going to be a lot of cheap cards on the market. Obviously, it would be a very good time to buy. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you want to buy when all these rewards go out, and you want to sell when there's no rewards going out. Obviously, the greater the supply, the cheaper the price. It's just simple economics. So as you can see here, like all these top guys are getting multiple ultimate packs. They're going to be opening up a ton of cards. Obviously going to be getting some good pulls. It looks like the top 50 there get 2 ultimate packs minimum each. That's 100 ultimate packs going on the market. Then you have the top 50 to 100 3 gold plus packs, top 250, top 500 gold plus packs, 500 plus, all getting a gold plus pack. So I don't think like ever you're going to have that many packs being opened at once as when those rewards get given out. And that is why there's just a ton of cheap cards on the market. And even for maybe like the next day or two, prices are going to be a lot lower, but then they'll bounce back. And speaking of timing, guys, the next method is all about timing. It's a classic. That's the 59th minute method. Now, it still works, but I do think there are ways to kind of make it better. So hopefully these tips help you guys out. The first would be actually just limiting your search, making it so you're looking at less players, and hopefully you're able to like catch those few guys when they're up cheap. Also, hopefully it makes it that the guys you do buy are easier to sell. So what I'm doing here is searching for guys only with burner synergy. Definitely the most popular team synergy increases speed, and it's definitely like the one that people are buying players for. Obviously gold rare, that's the players we care about selling. Those are the ones everyone wants. And then buy now, here's 40k max, just to keep like the player count a little bit low. So we'll search that here. 111 guys, that's like super easy to get through. We're almost on the 59th minute just like that. So I got Chenyuk, 4350. Didn't take long at all to get there. And basically you just want to kind of sit around here hoping somebody gets listed. You can kind of like go one page forward, one page back if you think like that'll help out. Another thing too is don't always just sit on the 59th minute. Personally, I hardly ever list cards for an hour. I usually list them for 12 hours or a day. So it could be smart to like go check out the 6 hour mark. Obviously you want to check out like what cards can be listed for, so your first one there. So for instance, Doug Gilmore here, this is probably just listed for 6 hours. 26k, the one next to him is 36k. Honestly, I don't know what he's worth. Okay, yeah, so 26k is about what he's worth. You definitely kind of want to know the price of the player, and because you have a smaller search here, it's only gold rares with burner synergy, it's actually easier to see like, oh, is this guy a good deal? I got 2 Gremlins right next to each other. If they're similar price, that's probably what he's going for. If you have all the cards you're looking at, you might see a guy like Ehlers, have no idea what he's worth, 15k, maybe you think that's a good price, you buy him, it's actually not a good price. So I think this is easier, as it definitely makes it so the players you're buying are you know, players people want, they have burner synergy. You can easily compare prices to make sure it is a good deal. Hopefully it means you're like the first one there. Kind of just everything works out here. Also too, along with the 6 hour mark, you can go check out the 12 hour mark, and of course the 24 hour mark. Like I was saying, for me, it's always pretty much 12 hours to 24 hours. If I know I'm going to be on the game for a little bit, then I'll do like 3 hours. Basically, you're just looking around the market, hoping people make a mistake when listing their cards, or just they don't know the market and list a guy way too cheap. Obviously, take advantage of this. You definitely have to know the market, or at least the market of the players you're looking at. The next method here, guys, also has to do with buying players. It actually works really well if you just opened a pack, got an awesome pull. Again, I don't recommend opening packs. So maybe you got like a point card for Christmas. You got really lucky and pulled like, let's say, Jamie Benn. I'll show you guys what you would do if you pulled Jamie Benn. So probably you want to see what he's worth. You're going to go left wing, you're going to go Dallas, Canadian. You just want to see the Jamie Benns. You want to see kind of what this awesome card you just pulled is worth. Are you going to keep him? Are you going to sell him? 15 Jamie Benns on the market. We're going to take a look here. So I think the cheapest one might have been that first one there at 15k. Yeah, so it looks like they're all 17k plus except for this one right here at 15. And then this one right here is just under 15. Now, this one here, you can see it ends in 3 minutes. So if a card's ending in like, usually for me, less than an hour, I don't even care about it. Chances are it'll either get bought or be off the market, at which point it's no longer our competition. So after that, you have Jamie Benn here. Again, they're all 17k plus except for this one that's 15k. So a lot of people just list them up for 15,000, undercut this guy by 50 coins, and hope for the best. Now what I would do is buy this guy for 15k. Again, the other one, it's expiring in 2.5 minutes. It doesn't matter. We list this one up for 17k. So that's 2k profit before tax. After tax, it's only about 1,100 profit. EA takes 5%. So again, you'll get like 1,150 profit if this sells. And then the one you pulled in the pack is actually now worth 2k more because you went and bought that card. So now instead of getting 15k for the first James Ben we pulled, we're getting 17k for him, plus an extra 1,100 coins for the one we bought on the market. So it's an extra 3,100 coins for 5 seconds of work there, just looking at what Ben's going for. And ours is still going to be the cheapest on the market in 1 minute when this one expires. So I think this is a very, very effective strategy. It's worked wonders for me. I'm not sure exactly what you'd call it. It's kind of like miniature price fixing. I would just call it like raising the floor of a card's price. I'm actually going to show you guys sometimes I did this. It was very effective. Also, while I'm looking at these cards here, I could probably mention some other things. Jerseys, sometimes you can get a steal. I sold this one for 5k. Definitely be checking what your jerseys are worth. Like I was saying before, gold collectibles usually get about 24,000 for. Nathan McKinnon's, I bought way too many. You guys will see I had to sell a bunch of them for 30k, and I actually lost some coins on him. So definitely what I learned here is not to buy too many of one player. You might kind of overexpose yourself to the market coming down, and you just can't get them out enough, especially too if someone sees like Tactics HD is selling 5 Nathan McKinnons, they probably just don't want to buy mine because they see I have so many. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think that definitely plays a factor. So if you are like, trying to sell a certain player, I wouldn't buy more than 2, honestly. I think 2 is okay. 3, you're pushing it. Definitely no more than 3. So right here, Jakub Voracek, you can see I sold both for 8k. And for these 2 Voraceks, I used the exact method I just showed you for Jamie Benn. I pulled the first one in a pack, and the second one I actually bought on the market for 5k, then listed up for 8. So I got an extra 3k for the one I packed, and an extra 3k for the one I bought. So 6k extra coins for, again, less than a minute of work. You just check the price of your card. If there happens to be one that's at least a couple thousand below the rest, buy it, relist it, list your card. Now, if you go and do that, and like there's 3 or 4 all at the same low price, obviously it's not going to work unless you want to take a risk and buy them all. But like I just said, I think you're kind of overexposing yourself if you buy more than like 2 of the same card. It doesn't quite work as well, but no risk, no reward, so I guess you can give it a shot. Now with selling, guys, there's a couple other things I think you should know. Definitely weekends are the time to sell. I think there's more people on the game, more people buying cards, and then weekdays is the time to buy. Speaking with that too, Team of the Week, you can actually make a lot of coins buying and selling Team of the Week. So I'll take a quick look here at the Team of the Week. This has actually been out for almost a week now. There'll be a new one tomorrow. You can see we got the Tays, the Matthews, Kane. So a ton of good cards. Because these cards have been out for almost a week, there's going to be a lot on the market, and they're going to be cheaper now than they'll probably be for the next few weeks, basically until the market catches up. So one thing you can do, if there's a card on the Team of the Week that you think a lot of people are going to want, so for instance, the Matthews is probably out of our price range. Maybe we look at the Jonathan Tays, though. All right, so as you can see here, 9 2-week Tays on the market. We got 25k start. Looks like the cheapest one right now is 30k buy now. 11.5 hours. He might have got listed for 12 hours, so it's been up for half an hour. He's actually cheaper than the next one by 5k. So this is just a good buy anyways, but the fact that his Team of the Week is gone tomorrow means that if anyone wants a Team of the Week Tays, it has to be from somebody that already owns one. Like, there's no more going on the market. So always the best time to buy a Team of the Week card is the Tuesday night before they're out of packs, and the best time to sell is either the Wednesday night if you happen to get one in a pack, or like the next basically week you have to try and sell that card, as there's less and less on the market, but people still want it. They missed out when he's in packs. So right now, like I was saying, this Tays we could easily make 5k on just based on the rest of the ones listed. And tomorrow he might even go up in price more with him no longer being in packs. That'll probably be the case, but I'm fine taking the easy 5k profit there. Another thing is you never want to get too greedy. I have done that before, and it usually kind of bites you in the butt. So just take the profits you can. If you're making 4 or 5k, be happy with that. Don't try and get greedy. List them too high. No one buys them. Then you end up selling them for less. And a couple more methods I want to show you guys. The first is playing off real world hype. So Connor McDavid had a 4-point night, helping Edmonton complete the comeback against Winnipeg. Basically, whenever a player has like an awesome performance, especially if it's a sick goal, like Thomas Hertl a few years back, William Karlsson between the legs last year, people see that goal and then they want to use that card in HUT. It just kind of makes sense, right? Like they see it happen in real life. They're like, oh my god, I want to go pull off that move in NHL now. And if they play HUT, they're going to go buy that card. So if you see that happen live, or you kind of know it happens right as it happens, go and buy a few of that card on the market, the cheapest ones you can, and then just bump up their price a little bit, and I guarantee you, you're going to make some coins and sell him. I think the 1 year Philip Forsberg had a nasty goal. I bought like a couple, and I think I made like 2K on each of them, because people just, they see the sick goal, and then they want to go pull it off in-game. It's a thing that people want to do, and I think it's something that people sometimes overlook. Another thing with this, reason why I searched for McDavid, unfortunately it didn't work, is because last time I was looking, he actually only had one on the market. And I was basically going to tell you guys, if you see that you have a card and there's very little on the market, it's a good chance to like kind of take advantage of that and basically set the price for that card within limits. So, for instance, the one time I wanted to buy a Chara, there were 2 on the market. One was 10K, the other 14. I went to buy the 10, it sold. Rather than buy that 14, I just waited, as I knew that 14 was overpriced. Someone else made it come along and bought it though, and then I checked an hour later and there was 3 on the market and there was a couple more at 10K. So if you're buying, definitely don't buy if there's only 1 or 2 on the market. Wait until there's a few more, and then if you're selling, take advantage when, for whatever reason, there's less on the market. The more there are, the more competition, the more people are going to be undercutting you, which I always hate. You might have noticed with like the Team of the Week Tays, I didn't go 34K and undercut the 35. I just matched the 35, and there's a 50-50 chance they buy mine, and I make an extra 1K coins. Even if they don't buy mine, if they buy the other guys, mine's then the next cheapest. I feel like undercutting, it doesn't really help you, and it kind of just takes less coins from everyone that's trying to make coins. So in my opinion, you don't want to be undercutting, guys. And even like if you do a small undercut, whenever I see a card that's like this one up for $9.99, I never buy it. I just think it's like the scummiest thing. So I think it's better just to match price with the lowest listed card, and it's kind of just better for everyone in the long run. So just a few more things here, guys. I'm hoping this video isn't too long. The first is make sure you're doing your objectives and milestones and challenges. It's such an easy way to get extra coins. As you can see, the higher it goes, the more bonuses you get. 350 shots on goal here gives us almost 9,000 coins. 20 wins gives us 4,000 coins. I'm pretty sure as progression goes on, you get better and better rewards, so it just makes sense to do. Same goes for the milestones. Obviously, most of these just happen as you play, but just kind of make a note of them. Like if you're doing a challenge, just try and take as many shots as you can, throw as many hits as you can, score as many goals as you can, and just help complete those and just knock off the coin bonuses. And like I was saying with the challenges, you definitely want to be doing these at least every day. Such an easy way to get coins. Like as you go on, you get so many coins. Like so this last one here against Toronto, you can see I only got 2 for 3, but that was still 1,700 coins for a 6-minute game. A 20-minute game online, if you win it, gives you 1,200 coins, and I could have gotten 2,700 if I took 20 shots. I probably got like 19 or something. So just makes sense to do these. Even if you just do a couple a day, just helps slowly build your coin total and obviously work towards the kind of milestones there. We'll get a free legend card, which isn't too bad either. Another thing you want to be doing is basically selling as much as you can. So every card in your collection, if you're not using it, should be on the auction house, and you should be trying to sell it. Obviously, I only have 2 things up right now. It's not the best example, but I don't care if it's a logo, a jersey, a bronze player, whatever it is, just list it up on the auction house and get whatever you can for it. Get those coins coming in. Another really good thing to do is before you go to bed, list everything for like 12 hours or whatever, and when you come on the next day, maybe you'll have a nice new coin total in the top right-hand corner. And I think lastly, guys, probably my best tip, honestly, would be to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. I know that sounds kind of strange, but remember last year when the Evos came out, let's say it was like Evo McDavid, everyone wants him, everyone's buying Evo collectibles, they're shooting up in price. Rather than being the guy that's like overpaying for the Evo collectibles, be the guy that's just cashing in, selling all these Evo collectibles for way more than they're worth. Same thing goes for the gold collectibles. And then, for instance, let's say when ice cards came out, I know there's a ton of stuff going on where like base players were shooting up in price and everyone was buying them because they wanted to use the ice card right away. Be the guy that's selling those base cards, not the one that's buying them for overpriced. And then you could have bought them back like a week later for half the price. So whatever like the majority is doing, if you do the opposite, you're just raking in the coins. And you're usually not making out that bad just for having a bit of patience. You can usually buy that card down the road for less than what like everyone else paid, and you got all those extra coins from kind of taking advantage of what everyone wanted to do. So again, just kind of know what's going on in the game, take advantage of it. I think I gave you guys a lot of good tips here. Hopefully some of them are new to you. Hopefully some of them will help you. And honestly, I feel like all these tips should still work after this video goes live. I always see people saying like, oh, you ruined this method. All these methods should still work. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but especially with the cooldowns, the team of the week and stuff, that stuff everyone knows about, and it's always working just because it's simple economics. It's always going to work. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully I gave you some helpful tips. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments section. Also, if you have any methods of your own that work really well and you feel like being a nice guy and sharing, feel free to leave a comment just letting some people know about some methods that have helped you. Obviously, I just got to 500k coins, and like I said, a little over a month. Would love to get to 1 million in this next month or so. The more coins you have, the easier it is to make coins, so remember that. The first like 100k is the hardest, and it just gets easier and easier after that. So again, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave that thumbs up. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, please do that. Have a nice day, guys. Goodbye.